In this video, I'm going to show you my Goodwill book haul. Check this out. If you're new here, I post videos on how to increase your vibration, how to live with inner peace, and live a joyful life. I also share personal development books, spirituality books, summaries, occult, esoteric, and also some book hauls that I get in these genres. Today I'm going to share my book haul from Goodwill. My wife and I love going to stores, like thrift stores, especially when it comes to like checking out specific books. There are awesome used bookstores in our city, and I feel like less and less are occurring just because like the big book places, like online books, like Amazon, there's book places where you can get books online, where you can get books from different huge warehouse stores. But the reason why I like going to used bookstores is because sometimes you're able to see books that are no longer in print. And I find it so interesting, some books you can't even find online anymore. Because sometimes these are the books are collections of the individuals who no longer need them, or someone's passed away and someone's donated their collection. When I do go to used bookstores, I found a few that I have never seen ever, and I see them online, and sometimes they're almost 2 to 3 times the price of what I paid to get that book because it's out of print. So I'm grateful that I'm able to get books like that. I love going to like thrift stores to see what kind of books there are. It's amazing to see like so many books. And these books are like $2 Canadian, and for the price of less than a cup of coffee, the knowledge you learn in a book, the return on investment on that book, especially a used book, can be 10 times or even 100 times of what you got that book for. I really love books. I just love being in my library. I just love sharing like my book hauls, especially whether it be at a new store, online, and the Goodwill or a thrift store. And when I go to these thrift stores and find these amazing books that I see online for $20, $30, $40 that I can get for $2 to $3. For me, it feels like a gold mine. I'm able to read this information, get this information, and have the actual physical book. Because you can get ebooks, things like that, get free PDFs. But for me, I've heard when it comes to the mass of the book has energy, and the words that are printed in the book have energy from the author, the one who wrote it, giving you the information in your hand. And books actually have energetic mass feel. That's the one thing I learned about books from a mentor years ago. And there is a quote I read about how when you're collecting books and you don't read them automatically, one quote I read is that it's similar to having a wine cellar and picking out that specific wine at that specific time in your life. Same thing as books. When you have an issue or when you just feel like reading something on a topic, you can go in your library or you can go on your bookshelf and grab the book you want to read. And it doesn't even have to be a home library. You can even go to a public library, rent it out for free. But that's what I did the other day. I had a thought about boundaries. I went to my library, read my book on boundaries. I had something on lucid dreaming, went to my library, read a book on lucid dreaming. I found it so amazing. Now enough of my intro there. Let's start with my book haul. First book I got is the individual who wrote The Secret, Rhonda Byrne. And this book is called The Power. And this is a book I've always wanted to get. So right now it's showing here. It's about 27 Canadian, and I got this book for $2. Pretty cool. And it came with a free bookmark too. Someone left the bookmark. And when I read this book, I didn't read it all, but I read the synopsis. The power is actually love. You are light and love. Just remember that. Pretty cool to have a book like this for only $2. And I read Rhonda Byrne's book, The Secret, one of the first books that introduced me to the law of attraction. And I've also read the book called The Magic, and that's more about gratitude. It's interesting how she uses specific words: the secret, law of attraction, the power, love, the magic, gratitude. And this is already a really good read. And I'm sure I'm going to enjoy it like her other books, like The Secret and The Magic, the Power. Also, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you can get more videos like this. It really helps with the algorithms to get more of these videos to those people who need it, to help brighten your mind, to brighten your life, to brighten the world, and help increase the collective consciousness of the world. The next book I got is Emotional Freedom. Liberate yourself from negative emotions and transform your life. And this book, the reason why it caught my attention is because when it comes to getting rid of certain vibrations, frequencies, and to increase your vibration, a hack is to, and I always say this on my channel, is you gotta do energy clearing. You gotta do some type of clearing. You can't just say, I have a mindset. You can't just say, I read books, things like that. You can't just say, I hang out with positive people. You actually have to do the energy clearing. If you don't, I always mention this analogy. It's like trying to plant roses on a bed of weeds versus picking out those weeds, which is like the energy clearing in your life, then planting the roses. And I kid you not, sometimes it can be tough when you're clearing that, because it can be a change and you're not used to the change of not getting rid of this negative energy. And so that's a hack, is to do the energy clearing. And this was no exception. This was the book I picked it up and I said, what is the emotional freedom? And I haven't read it yet, but I'm looking forward to reading it. It's awesome because when I'm even in any bookstore, whether it be a thrift, a new bookstore, even online, when something just catches my eye, it's kind of like my angels, my higher self, Zora Ba, trying to tell me this is something you have to read or even look into. And I find it already interesting because it does talk about, like, this is the one thing that got me, is protect yourself from emotional vampires and stop taking on the stress of negativity of others, which a lot of people do. They get energy vampires around them. Transform your negativity into courage, patience, connection, inner calm, self-esteem, and compassion. I'm looking forward to reading this book. And all these books I share, I will do a 5 best ideas on them. I just have so many books. I just want to get through them to make sure I give the good content for you guys, especially on specific books. The next book is The Golfer and the Millionaire. It's about having the drive to succeed. The reason why I got this book is, one of the main reasons is because I enjoy playing golf, even though it is like a mental game. I kid you not, some days when it is golf season, it's just a love and hate. I found I caught myself on the course. Since it's such a mental game, I catch myself with frustration, self-sabotage, and just putting myself down, when in reality, when I play that game, like, there are some days I just want to quit and just like never do it again. But then I push through because it pushes me to have that mental strength, just to know that whatever's going on in my life, it's such a small significant amount in the world and I just got to get through it. It's teaching me a lesson. And I'm not a professional golf player, and I got to be easy on myself and just have fun. Like, even if for me having fun is just hitting the ball, that should be my intention this season. The thing that got me here is the back of this book: overcoming self-doubt and fear, visualizing desired outcomes, conquering negative energy and thoughts, breaking patterns of failure, knocking down mental barriers. That's a big thing. And giving unselflessly. I'm looking forward to reading this. The analogy on golf, The Golfer and the Millionaire. And the last book I got in this haul is called The Tapping Solution for Manifesting Your Greatest Self. And this is one form of energy clearing, tapping technique. And this is an interesting book because for all those who know tapping is basically tapping on certain meridian points of your body that have stuck negative energy. And with the tapping, it goes with the acupuncture of the Chinese, where if any of those who had acupuncture before, they put little needles in different spots and it moves energy. So that's what they say about acupuncture versus tapping. It's the same spot tapping. Instead of just moving it with like the needle with the acupuncture, tapping is actually blasting it away and removing it from your body. And that's one form of energy clearing. And I mentioned before with the previous book, Emotional Freedom, is energy clearing, is tapping. There's the I Ching card from Mary Miller. There's the Bioenergetic Systematic Technique, the best technique by Dr. Mortars. There's Emotional Code, and there's No Bad Parts. That's a good book as well. So it's just different techniques of energy clearing. It tells you when you, like this type of book, it shows where to tap on your eyebrow, on your side of your eye, under eye, and it says what to do. For example, someone letting anger be anger and letting it go is tap your karate chop 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And then the side of your eyebrow. This anger and under eye is not safe. Under nose is too destructive. Under mouth, it doesn't feel safe. Collarbone is too destructive. Underarm is anger. Top of head, I can't. I can let it go. This is a really good book. I've already used a few sequences in it. I was happy to get this for $2. I mean, I saw it online and it was the price that it was on here, $35 Canadian. $2. It was crazy. So it's like a gold mine when I find books like this. That was the last of my Goodwill book haul. Thank you for watching my video. And if there are any books that you want me to do a 5 best idea, comment below. Or if you've read any of these books, comment below as well. And if you're more interested in books, you can click my playlist up here on my book haul library series in my library, in my home library. See you in the next video.